Hi guys, just got back from Detroit Comics in Ferndale, Michigan for this week's episode. We were supposed to be joined by George Rizak, but unfortunately when we crossed the border he was given a full body cavity search. And well, several kilograms of illegal substance were found in his person. So, Mr. Rizak owes me $10,000 now. How you doing, George? Hi everybody, here we are at Detroit Comics in Ferndale, Michigan. In case you're wondering why the background looks a little bit different today, we're sitting here with two professional comic book creators. To my right, David Petersen.
Hello.
Creator of Mouse Guard, and to my left we have Jeremy Bastian, creator of Cursed Pirate Girl, which to be honest, until this week I had never heard of.
A lot of people haven't heard of it.
Okay, well, you know, but that's no offense to you because looking at it, this thing is great.
Well, thank you.
Who publishes this right here?
It's Olympian Publishing. They're out of Chicago. It's a very small publisher, but they put out some really nice books, like quality-wise books.
Okay, and where can you pick this thing up?
Right now we've been pushing for people to try and get their local comic book shops to order through Haven Distributing. You can also pick it up online at olympianpublishing.com.
Okay, that's great because I actually learned something this last week that at one point in the 90s there was about 5 comic book distributors. Now there's only one main one.
Yeah.
So it does make it harder to pick up indie stuff like this. But looking at this thing looks great. What genre is this? Would you say? Like, I mean, obviously it's something to do with pirates, right? But
yep, it's an all ages book. It's not only will it have pirates in it, but it will also have knights and monsters and witches and all kinds of fantastical creatures.
That's great. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to reading this. Now, you guys at home can't tell, but you would not believe the smell coming off me right now because I just spent the entire day sweating my butt off trying to get here. But anyway, that has nothing to do with the comics. Let's get back to business here. David, okay, here we go, Mouse Guard.
That was the craziest segue from one person to another.
Organic though, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Jeremy Bastian, this is a great book, Jeremy Bastian, by the way I smell, and now to David Petersen.
Okay. So, I want the people at home to have sort of a three-dimensional experience, you know what I mean? Okay, so here we go, Mouse Guard. You know, these, now this is the newest issue of Mouse Guard. This just came out recently on Free Comic Book Day.
That's correct.
For the people at home that haven't read it, what can we expect in the next series that's coming out?
So I've already done fall and winter, and then the next series that's going to be an official Mouse Guard storyline will be called the Black Axe.
Okay.
And it's going to be about one of the characters from Winter, back when they were younger.
Okay.
And when they first got the Black Axe, and kind of the legend of how that started. That's going to start being printed in issue format in September. But because we've had a pretty big break between the end of Winter and when Black Axe is going to start, we're doing a really interesting project kind of in between those called Legends of the Guard,
Okay.
which is an anthology book.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing some of the pages and all of the covers and kind of overseeing some of the project. But it's an excuse to get a lot of really talented creators to get to play in the Mouse Guard world and tell their own stories. The framework is going to be kind of a Canterbury Tales setup where it's a storytelling contest. So I'm drawing all the mice who are sitting around in the tavern telling these stories.
Okay.
I'm drawing those pages between the guest stories. So as soon as a mouse starts telling their entry into the competition, their grand legend, that's where a guest artist comes in and does both the story and the artwork.
Great. And what artists, I know I'd asked you this before, but what artists do you have working on the comic?
Jeremy is one of the folks involved. We got Jeremy, Guy Davis, Katie Cook, Mark Smiley, Gene Ha, Carl Kerschel, Sean Rubin, Craig Rousseau, Terry Moore.
Ted, how do you pronounce
Ted Nafee.
Nafee from Courtney Crumrin.
Yep.
A great comic which we reviewed on the show.
Alex Scheichman.
Okay. Great. And, you know...
Nate Pride.
Well, you know, we're all looking really forward to that. Before we go to break, I'd like to know, out of curiosity, for both of you, who would you say your biggest influence was getting into the industry as far as artist or writer?
I think it would probably be actually Art Adams.
And how early on in his career did you start following him?
It would have been right after Longshot came out.
Okay.
Like those X-Men annuals.
Yeah, the X-Men annuals were amazing.
There was also that little Fantastic Four, the new Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Ghost Rider, Grey Hulk, Spider-Man, and Wolverine.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That was
the Asgardian Wars, though, and Uncanny X-Men.
Okay. Yep. I remember that. Yeah. And what about yourself, David?
Art Adams was an influence when I was learning to draw, but I'd say career-wise of trying to break into the business, probably Mignola. I like that he was doing his own thing. He was kind of breaking the comic book mold, not doing traditional superhero stuff. He was drawing the kinds of things he wanted to draw, was very open about that. Just kind of paved the way with saying, I'm going to take my time and do this, you know, the way I should, and tell the right kind of story, and he'd do series of mini-series, and that's kind of the way I've patterned how I release Mouse Guard.
Well, you know what? Coincidentally, we have 2 Hellboy comics here, and when we come back, we're going to review one of them, so please join us in a few minutes. Thank you.